Hey, everybody, and welcome to Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the show. Welcome. It's another Music Monday. And of course, we're going to do our due diligence, right? That is right. I've got my handheld. I want you to grab yours if you have it nearby. We are going to share together. That's what I love doing. Share this. I'm sharing this to a couple of my pages. So glad I see people are already coming in. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I got another page I want to share this to. Hold on a second. I'm going to share it to, okay, I got that one. So listen, tag, uh, invite, let everybody know we are on the air. I've got RiShon on. He's waiting in the green room as we are sharing one, two, three. I've got three or four different groups that I'm just going to share to at the moment. So glad to have you guys on board. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. And we're going to start this Monday off right with one of my favorite bassists in the whole wide world. And he's just sitting there smiling at me. So, what I want to do is I want to bring him on because I'm sure he's probably either tired or jet lagged or all the all the above. RiShon, hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm well and yourself.
I'm great. I'm so honored to finally get you here. It's been a while. I've been threatening to do it, and so so I finally have you on the Unsigned Artist Reveal platform. Um, are you home tonight, or are you like on the road? What are you doing tonight?
I literally just got home.
You did? Where's home for you?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Oh, hot Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah. So were you born and raised there? Talk a little bit about that. So where are you originally from?
That's a long story, but
Is it?
I'm I'm here in the A. It's
Mm.
there.
Okay, then. Okay, I'll leave that alone. But you're in the A and you're doing your thing. Just so proud of you. It's great to see creatives thriving in the throes of music. And speaking of which, not only have you gained like notoriety, I'm just going to jump in feet first in the contemporary jazz genre, but also film. Talk a little bit about and I've still got people chiming in, and that's a good thing. You guys keep coming in, keep sharing, keep tagging, invite. This is going to be a really, really great segment. So, talk a little bit, RiShon, about the your how should I say it? Um, your presence in the smooth jazz. I don't really like calling it smooth jazz because it's more than smooth jazz. It's really contemporary jazz, right? So talk about your presence in contemporary jazz, in the genre of contemporary jazz.
Uh, I I'm grateful to be here. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
First of all, yeah, thank you. And then, but my presence in the industry, it's one that I never expected. It
Really?
Yeah, it just became a thing. Like I was just at Mayj's. Everything is a blur, but I was just Chase Marcus Anderson's Jazz and Coffee Escape. You know,
Right.
crazy just to see how much of an impact I've had to the industry as far as, musicians or even patrons. Uh, People know who you are, even though you don't think they do. And, you know, I go to the airports or wherever I am in the world, and people are like, hey,
Did I know you?
yeah, like, I know you from, like, and they tell you who you are. I'm like,
No way,
wow.
Rashawn. Really? How's that feel? How's that?
Uh, it's become a thing. It caught me off guard for a long time.
Did it?
A
Did
little
it?
weird, because and you think, okay, maybe they're just mistaking me for someone else,
Got it.
and then they're like, no, it's you, like your name. Yeah,
Oh my God, it's really you. So do you get them asking for pictures being taken
I
or
do. I
do
do.
you? Oh,
There's,
cool.
you know, it's crazy to see like the musicians, the
Mm.
older ones. Like I'm like, you know me, like, uh,
Really?
like all the guys that I used to read about in the magazines. A lot of those guys are like my friends. Like first name basis, and call and text one another, check up on one another. Like it is surreal.
I'm sure it is. And that actually was one of the questions down in the interview that I wanted to ask you about. But so the film world, I mean, you've got music on what? A film called Marshall?
All
How,
right.
yeah, that that is like that's bonkers. How'd that happen?
uh, I was literally in the studio producing another artist, same studio that they were recording, and they needed something else. And one guy, they needed a bass, but then they needed a guitarist, so they needed a younger looking guy to play Grant Green in the movie.
Hmm.
And so I showed up for the bass, upright bass part, and Grant Green. Then they asked me to play the Grant Green part in the movie, and I was like, oh. So it's kind of just like being in the right place at the right time. I was literally in the studio next door, and just being in the right place at the right time.
I was gonna say, yeah, the timing on that was just like impeccable.
Yeah.
You couldn't have planned that even if you wanted to. That was for you though, Rashawn. You
Oh,
know that, right?
absolutely.
Definitely was definitely for you.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you're everywhere. I look up and it's like, well, dang, I know his face. And so now I'm falling in that same category now. Especially when I watch Brian Culbertson because I've loved him forever.
Yeah.
And just to see the energy that you bring to he's already like hanging from the rafters
Oh, absolutely.
anyway.
He's got energy for days.
Yes. And then there you are. I was like, oh, these guys. Okay, I need a drink. I need
Yeah. There's a lot of energy on that stage.
but it's amazing. Where was your last performance? Oh wow, he thinks.
I just came from. Oh my god. Yeah. I just got off the plane. Um, Jeanette Harris.
Jeanette Harris. Yeah. That's right. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
And Ilya Serov.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you find and so here's that question. It's like I'm kind of asking the same. Well, I'm asking the question. The answer is already there, but do you find it surreal when you are playing for like numerous artists that, like you said, that you've only seen on TV, and then there you are, like you're standing there playing next to them. That's got to be like an out of body experience. Yes.
Uh, it's something like especially when they're looking for your input. Like that's the cream of the crop. Because of course being a producer, you want to produce, but like when other those artists, particular artists, are asking for your input, like it's amazing.
It's like mine. Are you talking to me? Me? Oh wow. I'm sure that that is amazing. So is there a specific like moment, special or intimate or otherwise, with any one of the artists that you now play with that you can share with the UARW family?
Uh, there's so many.
Just give us one.
One,
Yeah, yeah.
probably my all-time favorite is like I'm gonna say Marcus Miller. Like working with Marcus because now I've worked with him on music and movies, and Marcus was actually the one how I got the Marshall that he was
Got
pro-
it.
he was doing he was overseeing the whole project, and he was scoring. I score films, he score films. Like it just we're working on films side by side. Like he's got his setup, I've got mine, and
Sure, sure.
be able to just be in his just to be in his like his whole essence while he's like that is just is it's just crazy just to be in
Yeah,
his and his memory, his recall on everything. Like it's beautiful, man. That's he's probably for me probably is like that. You know, that's
yeah, yeah, yeah. So where's the furthest? Can you recall the furthest that you've had to travel to perform with any of the artists that we're talking about that's iconic? It's the furthest that you've gone so far.
uh definitely in the deepest parts of Africa.
Ooh,
Uh
wow.
and I've been to Africa multiple times.
Hmm.
I think the probably the furthest I've gone is probably with Najee. And
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think he probably went a little further into Africa than any other artist.
really.
Yeah.
Wow. Hmm.
Which,
Well,
which, by the way, my favorite place on earth is Mozambique.
why?
And everything about it. The culture. They still have all the ruins from the, you
Whoa.
I mean everything. I mean gun holes, everything. Um, there's so much history there. Like
Hmm.
I love the people, I love the language, everything. That was the best haircut I've ever had. The
How cool is that?
guy had one set of clippers. And that was that was the
For
best haircut.
everybody?
Yeah, yeah. The fade, the lineup, everything. I was like, whoa.
Wow. So he was truly skilled.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Wow. Well, look, can you believe we have been chatting for like 15 minutes?
Oh,
I am not even believing that. I promise you, this hour is going to fly by. You'll say, Sabrina, that is not true. We've not been on here an hour. It goes really, really fast. But I'm going to take our first break,
okay.
and when we come back, I want to just kind of I know when we started, I just jumped in with just whatever came off the top of my head, including some of the things that I did have written down that I just wanted to ask you. I'm just being nosy, actually, but but I want to talk about your beginning.
Okay.
I think it's very it's interesting to see how each artist has gotten their start and what their influences were. So hang out for just a little bit. We're going to take our first break. And I want to say thank you to everybody who is on, who is sharing already. Continue to hang out with us. We've got the music premiere. It is coming up, and you are going to enjoy it. So don't go too far. We're going to come right back with our special guest bassist, RiShon Odel.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy JT in the J Spot. And I just wanted to stop by to share with you some of the cool things that I'm working on concerning my new music. I am thoroughly happy. I've got some cool guys that I've collaborated with, such as the incredible Adam Hawley, the remarkable Donald Hayes, and last but certainly not least, the amazing Judah Seeley. Teaming up with these guys has allowed me to be able to share myself with you musically, showing you syncopation, groove, smoothness, and bringing some inspiration and life to you and keeping the music alive. I'm so grateful about this new music coming out, and I'm so excited. We've got more to come, so stay tuned.
I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the indie platform Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, where the artist shares their story and I premiere their latest release. Connect with Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide here, live from New York City. The Loft, every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on, join the indie community. The Platinum Agencies is taking the indie brand to the next level with customized strategies that include interviews on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, as well as campaigns on social media. Listen to what these artists have to say about us. Soul R&B artist Selena Albright says, "I believe in the Platinum Agencies and the amazing things it will continue to do for independent artists in the future." Not only does Sabrina Taylor have an ear for the best-kept secrets in the music industry, but in a market where independently made music tends to be greatly overshadowed, her platform offers a unique opportunity for all artists to be heard. Some of my favorite interviews of my career have been with Sabrina Taylor. She really knows how to ask the right questions to capture the hidden story behind the music that fans want to hear. And I've always been so moved by her ability to pair her original imagery to my music whenever I visit her platform. Soul jazz artist Cherie Patrice says, UAR is a great platform and source for indie artists to promote, expound, and extend their brand. You can always count on UAR to capture the essence, the heart, and the soul of an indie artist within its presentation. I always feel welcomed, celebrated, and in good hands with its CEO and founder, Sabrina Taylor, who puts her grand touch of elegance and excellence on every artist she comes in contact with. I highly endorse the UAR Worldwide experience. Connect with the Platinum Agencies at tpatheplatinum.agencies.com. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, and you're viewing the New York view behind me. I'm loving it. Hope you are too. So listen, if you have just popped in, thank you so much. I have created this platform to introduce indie and unsigned artists from around the world. I've interviewed so many names such as Mesa. Najee has been on not this platform, but I have a legendary hitmakers and icons. Have not dusted that off the shelves for a while. After Seven was on the same legendary hitmakers and icons, trying to decide if I want to re-engage that, if I just want to focus on unsigned artist reveal worldwide for the moment. But we've had so many notable artists like David P. Stevens has been on here. I've had Jesse JT, Jazz Thompson. He's been on. Just tons and tons of artists have come through the platform. And I want to welcome tonight um, one of my favorite bassists, as I've said before, RiShon Odel is in the house. And we're so honored to finally get you on. And so, once again, RiShon, welcome to the show. So pleased to have you. So pleased. And I want to continue with my interrogation. I mean, my questions. Did I say that out loud for real? Yeah. It's like, you're like, well, let's see. I feel like I'm interrogating the poor guy. He's so tired and jet lagged. He's like, oh boy, she's got a ton. I've got a ton more where these came from. I promise you.
Do it.
Oh gosh, too funny. Chat with us a little bit about how you started in music.
Okay, let's look at the beginning.
Yeah.
Going on. So my grandmother, she was a pianist, classically trained, all of that, the whole nine. She played in church. Um, she introduced me to Liberace, and so that whole, all that music and his flashiness, everything, everything that went along with Liberace. And but she also played multiple instruments, saxophone, you name it. And she sang. And then my mom sang and played drums. And then my dad plays bass. And then he also played everything else, every other instrument, and he was a producer. Uh, and my dad had a album collection that literally had everything in it. It had, I remember AC/DC, I remember Queen, um, Stevie Wonder, Rick James,
Yeah.
uh, Luther Vandross, Billy Ocean, uh, Jeffrey Osborne.
Of
Like
course.
he had everything. You you name it, he had it in there.
Wow.
And so me, and then with, of course, with the reggae roots and everything, like I'm putting all of this together in my little gumbo.
Sure, sure. So it's inevitable for you
Yeah,
to have launched out into music. So you're a bassist. Did you ever consider any other instrument? Do you play any other instruments?
I do. Actually started on drums and violin in school. I did drums, when I was going to the church or whatever when I was a
Yep.
kid.
Yeah.
Violin in school,
Hmm.
uh, and I sang. And
So
then
you
I didn't.
sing. Yes, you do. You sure do. You do. You do sing. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh my
Start.
God.
Yeah. So most people don't know I sing. Like, if I'm producing, I'm singing. Whatever I produce, if you hear vocals on it, that's me.
That's you. Yep. I've heard that a lot. I've heard
They
that.
Obsidian, that's me.
I know. That's what I'm talking about. But I think I heard you prior to JT. You know Reggie Foster Jr., right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, you guys have been connected for quite some time because, RiShon. I'd never heard the last name RiShon. I only heard RiShon this, RiShon that's like, who the heck is RiShon? And this was years before I put myself back into the smooth jazz arena because I actually managed Reggie back in '07 for
Nice.
several years. And so after a few disconnects, I just kind of gave myself some time because the business can really wear you out. Do you know what I mean? Hmm.
Absolutely.
And so when he would get new music, he said, "Hey, I want you to check this out. This was Sean. This was Sean." So I would hear you. It wasn't a lot of vocals, but I knew you know, you could carry a tune for real, right? So then when I connected with JT, I was like, that's the RiShon that Reggie was. Oh, got it. So I put two and two together. Finally got four. Um, so it's just so cool, so cool. What was your dominant influence, though?
As far as
Bass?
music,
Yeah, music, and I want to know as a bassist, who's your favorite bassist? Yeah.
okay. So as far as music, I would say, that my reggae roots,
No, that's right. Yeah.
Caribbean, you know, but then Queen, that's my all-time favorite rock band.
Yeah.
Like, the perfect use of chords, uh, and then Chopin. I'm a Chopin type of guy. Classical. I love his chord movement. It suits me.
It
And
explains the lush undertone, everything that I hear from you. It's so distinct. I know it's you. I
oh,
mean, you have a sound, RiShon. You know that, right? You do. You go ahead. I just had to say that because you really do. I know your music from anybody else's in a lineup, and
oh
I think
wow.
that's the coolest. Yeah, I think that's the coolest thing. So,
Yeah.
so
Then uh, as far as bass, my
mhm.
all-time favorite, Charles Mingus.
Why? Wow, how'd that happen? Share that. Share that.
So
Elaborate a little.
another bassist, but upright and
Mm-hmm.
composer. And
Mm-hmm.
I've always been drawn to composition. Like,
Right.
yeah, so that suits me because my brain works and I'll see, something like this and then I see everything inside. And then, I color all.
That's no, that is so amazing because it, like I said, it would explain, notes that you put together that I wouldn't normally hear on, as a standard. It's like, whoa, wow, really? So again, I guess that's what helps make um, your signature sound, is seeing things in an array of ways, beyond what a normal person sees. So I really, since we're talking about, what you see as a creative, what does that look like for you? Let's stay in that vein then. What is it that inspires you to either want to write something or compose something melodically? Talk about what that would look like for you.
The thing that inspires me, there's no one thing.
Sure.
Uh, sometimes it's sometimes it's something really, really good. Sometimes it's really positive, and sometimes it's the other side. It's really somber. It's sad. It's
Mhm.
uh, like my composition for Dre. That's more of a requiem
Mhm. Mhm.
of it, but it's actually a song for a dead friend of mine. You know, um, yeah, lost the battle to cancer, and then, but then I have happy songs. I do have happy songs that I compose, and then you get that funk stank.
Love that. I knew you'd get there. Uh-huh. It's like, good grief, did y'all hear that?
It's
And then you get to going like, uh-huh. Don't make me start showing out. I'm supposed to be professional. Stop it. Oh my gosh. I so understand that. I really, really, really do. Wow.
yeah. So
So,
and those songs actually come from. I will say this: that my funkier songs.
mhm,
Sometimes it comes from spending time with myself, and then a lot of times it comes from the crowd. Like, I might be in sound check. Sometimes just I'm just inspired from the bigger crowd, and it may be something that I started in a solo concept. I started in a solo, and I might hear it later. I might not remember it right then, but I'll hear it later. I'm like, oh wait, that could be something, and then
you just never know. You just never know.
absolutely,
And I don't know why I thought you, because I really didn't know a whole lot about you, but because of your rich influence in church, I thought maybe you were a PK, or yeah, for real. You said, no, don't do that to me.
nowhere near.
Nowhere near. Yeah, but you've got roots there, though.
I,
Yes.
I have roots. Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Gospel. I actually used to play with the Winans.
Ah,
Yeah, I
cool. Mm.
so I was. Actually, I was the youngest one. Um, and I used to play. I was indie, so um, I used to play at Perfecting Church with Marvin Winans, and
Ah, got it. Yeah.
I did the Ron Winans family and friends the last tour. I did the last little bit of the Winans, before they broke up,
Sure.
and
Sure. Yeah.
I did the Finally Karen tour.
Did you? I love, don't
First,
still love that CD.
first
Oh
game,
my
yeah.
God, it's amazing.
Uh, there was all during that time. It was a great time in life. Like I learned a lot. I grew up. Like Detroit raised me to that. Yeah, it raised me as a.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, and then the exposure and the experience. You had to have gleaned a lot. Yes,
Absolutely,
to help you. Would you
absolutely.
agree? Yeah,
Um, I'm a sponge. So a lot of times if I'm just quiet, I'm just learning. I'm listening. I'm learning. It's
absolutely.
not in tune. I'm really in. That's when I'm more in tune.
Mm. When you're quiet.
Quiet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, with that, I want to go to the last break of the night. I definitely want to start delving into your music library because yes, he has one, you guys.
Mhm.
Definitely does. And we're going to get inside of some of the music uh, as far back as 2016.
Wow.
So, yeah, I know, right? I know memories. So, look, hang out. It won't be long because we definitely have the coveted premiere that we're going to do with you on tonight. Chill for just a sec. And you guys hang out too. Grab some wine or some popcorn. We definitely are going to come back and you are going to get to hear more from our special guest tonight, right here on Unsigned Artists Reveal Worldwide. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the indie platform Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, where the artist shares their story and I premiere their latest release. Connect with Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide here, live from New York City. The Loft, every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on, join the indie community.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy JT in the J Spot. And I just wanted to stop by to share with you some of the cool things that I'm working on concerning my new music. I am thoroughly happy. I've got some cool guys that I've collaborated with, such as the incredible Adam Hawley, the remarkable Donald Hayes, and last but certainly not least, the amazing Judah Seeley. Teaming up with these guys has allowed me to be able to share myself with you musically, showing you syncopation, groove, smoothness, and bringing some inspiration and life to you and keeping the music alive. I'm so grateful about this new music coming out, and I'm so excited. We've got more to come, so stay tuned.
Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to hear the stories of artists you love and discover artists you'll learn to love on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide via Facebook and YouTube. We are expanding. You can locate us on 7 affiliate radio stations, rebroadcasting Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide segments around the globe. Come on, join the indie community. Hey everybody, welcome back to the last um 25 minutes of the show. I knew it was just going to go quickly. Always does when you're enjoying yourself. Again, I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. My special guest tonight is bassist RiShon Odel, and we've just been chopping it up and he's just been sharing a lot about his life. I promised that I wanted to get into your library, but before I do, I wanted to ask you though, this question: do you find that you because you write and you compose, you produce, do you find that you like to write and or collaborate more than contributing to your own library as a solo artist versus doing something for someone else, or do you appreciate them equally?
I appreciate both.
Yeah.
Spend more time with other people,
Mhm.
and so as long as I'm making music, for me, it just doesn't really matter. I just like to make the music. I like to create the music. I will say, I've so what I used to do is like I used to pick a lot of smaller artists and work with them, but now I'm at a place where I just don't want to. I'll just stick with the majors. The only reason why is I just think smaller artists don't really understand at the rate that the music industry is super fast,
Yes.
and they don't. It's hard to explain if they don't understand. You,
Sure.
so have to go back and reiterate stuff like that. Just don't have the like my dad says. I don't have the fecundity to.
The what? Oh gosh, I love it. Oh my God, you're too funny, Rashawn. You're funny. Oh my God. And I was going to actually ask you, and I'm glad you brought that up. I was going to ask you because I know that you have your own label, Heart to Heart Music, right? And of course, I wanted to know what your vision was. Is there, I know most indie artists use it for their own personal use. And while there are others who want to bring on board other independent artists under them, is that something eventually that would be a goal for you as well?
Mm, I can't say that.
Yeah.
I can't say that. Not at this time.
Right. Right.
Uh, I'm fine where I am. I do.
Mhm.
I do like working with the majors. Uh,
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I know you shared that,
yeah.
but I didn't know if you had a long term. Uh,
Long goals at this time. I'm just trying to see where the music industry is going next.
that makes sense.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I always have to be a step ahead or be prepared. If you're not,
Hmm.
you got to be prepared for what's.
Sure. And that makes sense because it's forever evolving, the music industry, and the trajectory of a lot of what we know is again, it's just kind of changing, and what do I call it? Like it's you can't say tomorrow this is going to be the same experience because it just ebbs and flows differently. And so what you did yesterday, and I don't mean like literally yesterday, but what you did 2 years ago, you may not be able to do two
Oh,
years later. You know, it's going to be totally different for you. So yeah, I do. I get that. I totally get it. But I do. I want to jump in to your library because I was listening to your first single. Was that Hot Steps in 2016?
was that the first? Yeah,
Like as a release? Was
yeah,
that your
yeah. Yeah. Hot steps. Wow.
yeah,
Going
yeah.
back.
But it sounded great. I mean, uh, I loved where it was going. I mean, it sounded like smooth jazz to
Yeah.
me.
Right.
At Yeah, it really did. And then you went kind of sideways a little bit with a gospel EP. RiShon Odel presents, what was that? Quartet 716.
716. Yeah.
Seven, yeah, yeah. And I loved the songs. They just took me back. Do you
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, to old school religion, as
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
It did. I was like, okay, okay, Rashawn, okay. Yeah, you did the doggone thing. And then in 22, you had a full LP, My Father's Son. Lots of music there. Lots
Lots.
of music. Now, did any of it just become a single, or did you just focus on that as, that being a release, an LP release?
Yeah, it was strictly an LP release. I didn't do a lot of singles. I think my probably one of my first singles were with Elon Trotman.
Oh,
Uh,
got it. Okay.
Elon Trotman, uh, Kenani Israel, uh, Myron Bell. I think it was just yeah, DLNA. So that was yeah. So that was around about yeah. That was around about the time. I don't know if that came before or after, but I never pushed it.
Right.
I never
But it's
pushed
out there. I mean, it's out there for anybody, who wants to delve in and you know, just check out your library. But then in 23, the L word.
Oh yeah, that's my baby.
I can tell. I can definitely tell. Obsidian's on that.
Yes,
I didn't know you guys shared on both of your CDs,
yes.
and that's that's cool. That's really really cool. But then I'm bringing it home to the single that we're going to premiere. Losing My Religion. Talk about that. What was the inspiration behind this single? I didn't do anything. I'm just kind of like asking the questions that everybody else would want to ask.
Okay, okay, okay,
Ah,
okay. Losing my religion.
yeah.
So intentionally spelt that way.
Yep.
Uh, not not actually losing,
No, I know. I get it.
loosing because I'm a reader and I read.
Hmm.
So in reading,
Yep.
I realized a lot of stuff. So I realized that religion, not so much. The book, yes.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
go and not the religion.
Right. Yeah. Hence loosing.
Hence loosing.
Loosing. Right. Yeah. I
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
did.
and then so I don't worry about those people. And
And you shouldn't.
yeah, I
No.
I still
Mm, no. No. And Castella says she wants to hear the gospel one. Of course
really
she does. Yeah, she did. There's just this want to hear that one. Hashtag gospel.
that was probably the only one you'll ever get. I was
Castella. Did you hear that? Probably the only one.
that was that,
But really, when I hear losing my religion, when I hear that, I kind of I got it when I first heard it though, really. And I said, well, I'm gonna bring him on. I'm gonna ask him what was that inspiration, you know. But I hear the flavor of the spiritual flavor of the atmosphere that you would find in any church, especially an African American church.
right,
We know where that goes.
right, right.
And I was actually, listen, I'm going to tell myself, I was eating churches. I was eating some churches chicken. And the chicken tasted better
This,
listening.
there you go.
It tasted better listening. I am not kidding. It was just so
Oh my,
amazing. See, every now and then I want oh God, that chicken
oh
was
my.
so doggone good, man. I had grease everywhere, but it was so good. Rashawn, I am not lying, man.
Oh
Oh, that Church's chicken was the bomb, doc. time. I was
Oh,
at lunch, sitting under a tree in my car with air on because it was 100 degrees outside.
right.
And I'm listening to that, and I'm sucking my fingers
Uh-huh.
and eating church's chicken. And
Church's
I
chicken.
was like, oh, this is the bomb, man. And that chicken was the best chicken I ever had.
There you go.
Listen.
There you go. And that's what it's about. It's about the ride, taking that ride, and then when you get to the end, it's a party.
It's a whole party, right?
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my God. And Castella is hollering, laughing at me. Oh boy. See, I'm
Oh,
supposed to be professional. And you are keeping me from being professional, RiShon. Your song took me there. And
oh,
they're going to find out in just a minute exactly why. Everybody's laughing at me. So it is okay. I don't mind laughing at myself
oh,
sometimes. See, that's something special you'll always have from me.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. So we're going to do the premiere tonight with RiShon. It is an amazing song. You guys get your emojis out, get your phones, get your emojis out. I want feedback. You know what to do. My family understands what to do. So enjoy Losing My Religion right here on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. fireballs are everywhere. There are fireballs. I mean, just all. I'm sorry about that. There are fireballs everywhere. I knew everybody was going to say the same thing. It's just fire, fire, fire. I'm scrolling down the line here. Fire, just fireballs all over the place. See? Just amazing. Um, well, let's see if I can find it here. Rose Lady, she's loving it. What did she say? Uh, man, why am I seeing the old mother clapping the tambourine? Oh. Oh, you did this. Mm, you. So, yes, Rose Lady. Mhm.
That is hilarious.
Oh, you gotta love my family.
That's it. That's it.
Oh my God. So
Because
make
the
sure
chicken tastes better. Well, that's
that I
oh,
am telling you, I will never have another piece of church's chicken
there you go.
that tastes like that unless I'm listening to this song. Man, I'm telling you, and Castella loved it as well. Everybody is loving this song. So, what are we doing with this particular single? Are we? Is it going to radio, gospel side, or is it going to R&B? Where is it going? Share with us what you're doing with it.
Out on Smooth Jazz Radio.
Cool.
They're playing. It's charted. I think as high as I don't want to watch the numbers, but it's 56. You know, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It's
People are listening
yeah.
because you are an amazing bassist. And you, like I said, with when you're on stage, no matter who you're standing next to, there's just fire. The energy is there. It's just electric. And I love performances. Like the last thing I want to see is a bass player just standing there going from foot to foot. That's the most I'm sorry. Did I say the wrong thing, Sean? You,
Stepping on.
okay, I'm just saying. Because if you're on stage, that means you're elevated and you got something to say. Show me something,
Show.
right? Yeah. So I really appreciate you doing the doggone thing when you're up there. So, what is it that you want artists? I'm sorry. What would you like your audience um, to walk away with once they've heard however many pieces of music from the library or even just this one song? Is there something you want them to walk away with?
I want everybody to walk away with a feeling of no matter what it is, life can always be. It could always be worse.
Whoa, it's deep.
Be
Yeah.
worse. No matter what it could always be worse. So that you know,
But your music brings good things to life. And I really do love that. Um, who is it that said you had insane energy? Hey, Linda, thanks so much for sharing. And you do. It is literally unreal. You ought to be just whooped when you come off. Are you exhausted when you come off stage?
I'm super hyped after I get off stage.
Oh,
Takes me,
oh,
but once I do, I'm done.
you're done. Okay,
Yeah, once I,
okay. Well, we want everybody to connect with you
hey
as
Linda,
as they should. Absolutely. Linda, thank you so much. And Jennifer says she loves the song. Costella says he's fun to watch. I mean, so please promise me you'll go back into the chat after the show and just look at, there are too many for me to put up for tonight. But everybody is loving who you are and what you do. Want you to follow RiShon. If you haven't already, go visit him. RiShonOdel.com. I'm only going to put up a few socials, which is Facebook and Instagram. You can follow him and you can find him. He's there. I promise you, he is there. And we have just thoroughly enjoyed having you here tonight. What's next for RiShon? Where are you headed to next?
I am headed to. Oh, I have the studio session tomorrow with Lindsay Webster.
Oh, that woman all by herself. She's amazing.
Yeah,
She's simply
voice,
like,
man, it's like pure. It's clean. It's just, yeah.
wow. Well, I'm sure you're going to enjoy that session as well. RiShon, thank you for giving us an hour of your time, really about an hour and 20 minutes, because you came on and we had to do your visual and audio and everything. But thank you for taking time, coming to sit with the Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide family. We love you so much. Rose Lady, what are you saying? Okay, I got to put this last comment up. It's my sister, so I'm gonna share it. She said you guys should go back and watch him with Jesse
Hmm.
at Baker's Keyboard Lounge in Detroit. That was
Oh, yeah,
insane.
that was insane. Yeah, that was a crazy show.
Wow. Wow. So you guys see the information. Rose Lady's being PR for him tonight. I think I saw Desiree on here. Desiree, thank you so much for joining us. It's always an honor to have you pop into the live. Sheila said it was a great interview. Thank you so very much. Jennifer, thanks for a fun interview. Yeah, me and that church's chicken, I think it's going to stick with everybody.
Uh,
I'm sure that it will. RiShon, hang out. Don't disconnect. Listen, you guys, I just want to say again, thank you so much. Remember, what you make happen for others, God will also make it happen for you. You hang out. I got some people I want to thank, give some credits to. And so until next week, you guys, please be safe. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Look, self care is so very important. Do the doggone thing because without it, we won't have you. And I just appreciate you all. So, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you right back here next week.